switch it up if I decide to, and then I'm going to bring it to you, and you probably won't have time to rebuild. So I'm morphing a lot of banglings right now. I'm getting centrifugal hooks. Let's go back to the income. 23 to 25. He's ahead of me right now. I do have my expansion going back up. I didn't want to waste any time getting that. He didn't kill my gas, so I guess it's a small pickup that I can save for myself. That's 75 minerals that I don't have to burn. And my mutas are out right now, so not too horrible, to be honest with you. If you look at the units lost, I have lost some more units than him, but because I was mining off of these two patches, off of two bases for a little bit of time, got a decent pull of the minerals off of here already. It's not too horrible because he hasn't expanded yet. He is in siege mode back here. He does have, a decent number of marauders. Really marine heavy this time, and I think it's because just he was lacking the DD to put me down, but this is what I like to see because, hopefully I'm going to be able to show you guys some more face melting, but I've got the creep spread over here, Overlord's positioned, and continuing to spread the creep. I want one coherent line of creep from this base to this base, and then I want this spreading out as far as it can. This marine over here, he's just kind of patrolling, maybe even watching for creep tumors. It wouldn't be a half bad idea is just to place a marine here, and kill those things when they come through. And he's going to run this marine through right here, and again, he's going to be like, I'm looking up at the ledge, but I just can't see these guys, and the Overlord's like, we're on the ledge and we can see you. But enough about my little rant about Overlords. 31 to 27 for the Harvesters. So, his expansion just starting to go up right now, and I do have this one, and actually not horrible saturation considering it's just been up, but this number, this around 30 number, I'm going to be a huge spoiler for you guys right now. I miss macro hardcore in this game. I do not put up, nearly enough drones, but here comes this army. 4 tanks, a lot of marines, a lot of marauders, and if he can get up here, if he can set up a choke or a contain right here, that's not good, but my creep, my overlords, they let me know what's going on here. And he sieges up. I think he was expecting me to push out right now, but what I'm going to do is I've got 3 mutas out on the field. You can see I'm pulling everything back over here, and I'm going to use my mutas with their high ground sight to start attacking these tanks right over here, and then right as they shoot before they get sieged up, I move my troops in, and then, just banglings melting all of the marines. They did not stand a chance. Rushing in more Zerglings with the mutas, taking out the tanks, just really, really liked that play right there. It really went in my favor as far as that goes. Any of you Zerglings managed to get out of there? You grab a kill? No, see, that's kind of the thing, like, ooh, you've got 2 kills. You're a hero. You're an inspiration for all of the Zerglings to live by. Sometimes your Zerglings are going to die, but, they've just gotta. That's kind of what they're designed for. You get them in mass, they do a lot of damage, especially when grouped up, and right here I'm going to use my mutas. I've got 5 of them. It's time to start going on the offensive. I've got to take this game to him. I can't continue to exchange armies for the Terran and let him macro up, but he was expecting this. He's got his missile turrets up here, he's got marines ready to move in. That's just a bad situation for my mutas to be in. They're not going to win. If I had 10, 12 mutas, I would have stayed and I would have sniped off these turrets. I would have picked off these marines because I would have lost 4, maybe 5 mutas, but then I could have picked away at the workers. Grab those gas drones, and that would have made a big difference. So, you just have to you can't rush in and expect 5 mutas to go up against something like that, but, 30 harvesters, I am down 1, and I did throw down an infestation pit because I want to get this up to high level, and I want to get infestors out on the field because they are very good against bile balls. If you decide to research Neuroparasite, very, very good against taking out Thors. And here we go, I'm going to take down these rocks because I know that right now I won that army exchange. I came out on top. If we do not pause the game, we take a look at the units lost right here. He's up a little bit from me, and he's just barely getting this expansion up and running, going back to the income right here. But even with me, even though he's got less harvesters, just because of the power of those mules. And I know I've got to get my second expansion up and running, but if you take a look at this, I am so light on harvesters right now. This is actually really disheartening looking back on this for the second time watching this game, knowing that, wow, I could have just been so much stronger had I had those harvesters out there. But, I decided that I was going to commit to building a lot of military units, 14 Zerglings, Mutalisks, and you may be saying, well, Malachi, he's got tanks out on the field, why are you producing Zerglings? I'm really gas-starved right now. Going for, if you take a look at this right here, I've got 1,000 minerals, 200 gas. This build requires a lot of gas for the banglings, for the overseers, the infestors, getting the pathogen gland upgrade, which I will be doing very, very soon, getting all the mutas. It's not something that can be done cheaply, and right here, I did rush in with the mutas. I did snipe one of the towers over here, and I believe I killed one mule, which, nice little pickup if you can kill a mule. That stops about 300 minerals from going back to him. But this one's almost up and ready to go, and the first thing you should do with anything other than you've got your first expansion right here, but for your second, your third, your fourth subsequent expansions, just with the nature of the Zerg race, you should build your hatchery, and then you should be building your gas basically while you're building your hatchery, so you can just transfer right over there. Because taking a look at this again, I've got a lot of minerals saved up, but I just do not have any gas, and I don't have that up and running right now. So it's not like my low harvester count is necessarily killing me, but I do have larvae that are sitting here being unused. There's 10 or 12 larvae. I could be making drones with those, and he actually used his Vikings over here to supply cap me. Definitely not cool. That's not where I want to be, but I had more overlords out on the way anyway, so I will be pushing out with this force right here. And as you can see, my creep is nearly reaching. Right here, this one. Oh, is it gonna make it? 1 health. Oh, wow, you are such a hero, Creep Tumor. But I'm gonna rush out. I'm gonna kill that Marine. Kill this Marine, take control of the Zelnaga. Well, he knows what's going on, and this is something to check out right here with the tanks. 2 kills. 2 kills. 6 kills. 3, 9, 6, 10. But you're interested in the battle more so than the tanks right here. Blings are going to be coming in here, going to be killing a lot of harvesters, taking out the mules. That's just awesome. I absolutely love that they were able to do that. But right here, these tanks are making real short work of those Lings. My Muta's just getting picked apart right here. My Overseer is just going to splatter eyeballs all over the place. I think that's a body part right there. That's nasty. And this Zergling is like, guys, come play with me. I want to play. Guys, can we please play? Please? Please? I want to play. Hey, don't run away from me. I want to be part of the club. The bouncers come in. They tell me he's got to leave the club. And that tank comes in. And these guys, they're indiscriminate. They really don't care who they kill. But 17 kills, 12 kills, almost 30 kills between the 2 tanks. More than well worth it. So this ridge right here, this is why this map sometimes doesn't favor Zerg as well. As Terran can just put a bunch of tanks up here. Any ground force that you move in with is just going to get pulverized. But I've got my gas going up over here, and I did manage to kill a decent number of those harvesters that set him back right there. And as you can see, opposites I was talking about, majorly mineral starved, but gas, like no one's business. And normally I'd say, hey, let's just trade, but I'm doing a little bit of a better job at spending this stuff, and I will be just burning a lot of the minerals very, very quickly, producing a lot of units of Zerglings. I've got an upgrade, a couple infestors going down right now, so I try to switch up a little bit the infestors. They should already have pathogen glands spawning with a lot of energy right out of the box, which is really nice, and just great for taking down those MM balls, great for taking out the Vikings, which are now in the air. Got a medevac over here with a bunch of SCVs. No SCVs loaded in this one, and I caught this last replay that he's leaving about 800 gas behind right here. And at first I'm like, oh my god, he's doing that. He's leaving all that gas behind. But that's the Zerg in me talking. Looking at this Terran player, look how little mineral he has, but look at that gas. It was a smart move to do that over here because he's basically stalemated. He can't do anything, but I'm spreading creep over here to try to take over his high yield. I've got mine, and I will be saturating it very, very soon. If we go back to the income tab here, I'll be burning a lot of mineral on harvesters in just a second, but I know I can't let him take that high yield. Terran on a high yield is just so hard to stop because they can burn that mineral. They're a mineral heavy race versus Zerg is more gas heavy. He's actually using a medevac over here to heal his workers. That's kind of cool. I haven't never really seen anyone do that before. He must really care about you guys, or you just have a great union. One of the two. You'll have to let me know. But creep reaching all the way across the map. It's got him encircled. And the best part about this is anytime he moves, anytime he does something, I know about it. And that's a huge advantage for me and my Zerg army. A lot of Zerglings, and I'm just building them right now just to burn mineral because... Thank you! I was just informed that supper is ready, but I'm going to continue casting this game in lieu of the cheeseburgers that are upstairs. But anyway, so all these Zerglings up here, I figured that if I can get them into the base, and even if a lot of them are going to get chewed up by these tanks, they can still do a lot of damage. They can tear apart the missile turrets, they can kill the worker line, damage the orbital command, heck, if I can get them in the wall into the base, that's when Zerglings shine, is when they're in your base, they're spread out, they're just killing everyone, they've got room to move. They can be really tough to stop, so 4 Infestors out on the field. I have not researched Neural Parasite just because I haven't had good luck with the ability, but I know it's something that can be used very, very effectively. And right here, I do have a movement path set for this Muta. He is checking out, making sure that this guy isn't expanding as well, although these Vikings, I think they spend the rest of the game over here. I don't know if he ever moved them. I think he just forgot about these guys. But continuing to build up a Muta force, and realistically, I think I told myself when I was playing that I was going to jump to something else and use something other than Mutas. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to tech to Ultras? Yeah, I'm going to tech to Ultras. That's exactly what I'm going to do, actually. But I will still actually have a lot of Mutas, and I did actually tech the Roaches as well, because Roaches can do a little bit better against the tanks